Hi, and welcome back to Introduction to Speech. Today we're going to jump right into the speeches, but I do have one quick note about Monday's presentations. We had in our early beginnings of getting this class going a couple technical issues. We are going to go ahead and post the class, that way you can watch it, those of you that had a speech. There's a little echo because the room mics were kind of feeding back with my, not feeding back, but creating a loop with my microphone, and so there was a little bit of echo around the broadcast. Not terrible, but it's there. And I told them to go ahead and upload that so you can at least see what you look like, the tone of your voice, how you're sounding, but there is just a little echo in the whole situation. So today, the way that we're resolving that is we're going to be using this microphone here. So this will be your hot microphone when you come up to do your talk. The most important thing about learning to use a microphone is the ideal distance from a microphone is a fist and a thumb. This is broadcasting talk. A fist and a thumb. So you want to be at least this close to the microphone. Okay? Now I don't use this mic. I have a little lavalier mic here. So when you come up here, I don't want you to be hyper conscious of it, but at least you want to be on the same level. So your mouth should be about the same place. I know not all of you are as tall as I am, so I'll kind of be your roadie, so to speak. So when I see you get up here, if we need to adjust it, I'll come up and move it up or down as necessary. Okay, so with that, are there any questions, comments about anything? I'd like to see if we can get through all the talks. That way I can make some concluding comments and give you your critique sheets that I write for each one of you as you're doing your talk. And we are going to roll right through the roster. And I believe, let's see, we have some to make up here. Is Haley here today? So you're ready to go, right? Maybe? Well, you're first on the list. So come on up and bring your plant up here. We'll get you situated. I'll just set it right there and hold it up when you need to. We can kind of see it over the top. Okay, that's where you're going to stand? Okay, so we're going to put this right about here. And remember, you're on television and broadcasting, so speak up. Let me get back here and sit down before you take off. And we might want to go a little tighter on her, get rid of that headroom. That was something I noticed the other day. So see if you can zoom in a little bit. Okay, I'm almost ready. I'm getting there. Now you've got your clock back there, so remember 5 minutes is your max. All right. You're almost there. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Benedict. I'm from Washington State. I lived there for around 13 years, and I moved to Claremore 5 years ago because my dad retired from the military and figured that we moved closer to the family. I went to Sequoia High School. I graduated there from 2023, and I went to Northeast Tech, Claremore. I studied graphic design there. I also know Texas. Yeah, so a little bit about East. I was also in the East program. Texas, I watched the live, so I got to hear a little bit about that. She explained it really well. But I got my certification in Photoshop and Illustrator, and went to EastCon. That's like an event where all the East students get to go and talk about East, and I got to speak in front of 3,000 people, which is scary. I'm shaking right now, so I'm a little nervous, but oh, sorry, I'm a little bit away from the mic. But yeah, EastCon, we got to win the Cornerstone Award the first year I went. That was my first year at East too, so that was really cool. The Cornerstone Award, we won the Community and Collaboration, where we just the video that we uploaded kind of represented what we do with the community, and so that's why we won that award. And so then the next year we were like, what can we do to up it and win the Founders? And so we put in everything that the requirements were for, and we won the Founders. Yeah, and so through East, I thought I wanted to be a graphic designer, and so that's why whenever I came to RSU, I started to study graphic design, but I realized that I wasn't really, it wasn't really for me, and so I switched my major to studio art, and so I'm finding a lot more interest in that. Some of my hobbies are plants. Brought my plant today. I bought this plant from, yeah, I replanted it, sorry. I bought this the beginning of my semester, my freshman year, and this is kind of my reminder that, I can get through college, and hopefully by the end of my graduation, this will be blooming. I love to draw and paint and play video games. I play on my Switch a lot. Yeah. Some of my future goals is I hope that I can travel one day, travel the world. I want to go to different countries. I haven't left the country yet, so hopefully one day I can do that. Hopefully through art I can sell what I'm good at. Right now I'm still trying to figure out what I can do with art, but hopefully I can make a profit from that someday and be able to travel. A memorable experience, I figured that I would mention this, but at 15, my best friend Grace passed away from cancer, and she really inspired me to, try not to get emotional, but, sorry, one moment. She really inspired me to go into art, and sorry, guys. I know this is hard to talk about, but she inspired me a lot for art. Sorry, it's hard to talk about it, but yeah, that's why I'm here. So hopefully I can continue living for her, and yeah. Any questions? Thank you for listening. Sorry.
Just everything's good. Take a breath. Just relax for a second, okay? You made it through it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cry.
No, it's okay. The one thing I would say, it's a good point for all of us, because at some point in the semester, everybody's going to get emotional. It's what happens. We're talking about things that are important to us. As a result of that, we're going to get emotional. What you did great was talk your way through it, and that's what we have to do sometimes, is talk our way through these things. So you did a good job on that.
Thank you.
Overall, your presence up there is good. You have good posture, you have good tone. You can be louder. I know you can be louder. And so that's going to be something you need to work on, is projecting a little bit more, okay? You had good eye contact and looking strategy. I noticed you were looking around at all your listeners. That was really good. I thought that your talk was well organized, a nice greeting. We learned about you, where you came from, what you've studied. And I thought those were good, your aspirations. You mentioned your memorable experience, although it was kind of hard to get through.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to be careful about what we pick to talk about if we know it's going to get us, right?
Yeah, I also, I didn't realize I was going to go first, so that
It's
also
okay.
kind of stressed me out, but
Well, it's
I got
okay.
through it,
Somebody's
so-
got to go first.
Yeah.
Since you weren't here Monday, you got right on the chopping block. One thing we will work on with you is you might have become the champion. I have to go back and look. So if there were a medal for that, you would have gotten it today. So we want to get rid of that. We want to get rid of like. We have about 4 of those. And we want to get rid of sorry when you feel like you've made a mistake. We don't want to minimize ourselves at all. Take a pause, find your place, go on to the next thing. Okay? Those are things we'll work on all semester. But overall, really good. And let's give Haley a hand. Yay. Good job. It's tough. Now let's see. Next is going to be Juliana. What's that? Do you want her? Do you want to go next? And you want to go next? Wait, let me make sure. Juliana, Laura, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's bring Laura up here. Juliana's still getting it together.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, we'll close that. We'll put this right about your level.
Okay.
Now remember to A, speak up, and B, kind of hang with that microphone. Okay? So give me a chance to get back here. I'm going to close this door. Okay, Danilo. And remember, we want as tight a shot as possible up there. So as little headroom as possible. You're good, yeah. And let me move this chair so you don't have a big chair sitting behind you in your shot. Okay, you're on.
My name is Laura McLean, and I was born and raised in Tulsa, but I moved to Manford about 8 years ago. A little bit about myself: I have 3 children and been married for about 25 years. I'm currently working at Warren Clinic, been there for about 18 years. And I'm currently working towards my nursing major. I've always wanted to become an RN ever since I was in middle school. Oh, goodness. Okay, and I've known I've wanted to be in the medical field. Once I got out of high school, I still had not started working toward that major. In my free time, I enjoy going to concerts in the summer and hanging out with family. I'm not currently involved in any activities because of my busy life with kids and working. And my main goal here, my main goal is to apply for the nursing program and graduate from Rogers State, and eventually want to become a traveling nurse. And a unique fact about me is that I'm taking this course with my daughter. Yes. And once again, my name is Laura McLean, and I'm from Manford. And I'm pursuing my major in nursing. Thanks. Any questions?
What's your visual aid?
I didn't bring one. My
Okay.
daughter.
Okay, so that's missing.
Yes.
Now, you said an interesting fact about you, and that is very interesting that you and your daughter are taking this
Yes.
class together. What about a memorable experience that shaped you in some way or another?
I have 8 brothers and sisters, and I'm like the third one to go to college and stuff.
Oh, all right.
And out of all of them.
Good. Okay, I'll say a couple things.
Okay.
When you started talking, you might be a little nervous.
I know I am.
You're talking a little bit fast.
I
So
do.
slow down a little bit and push that voice out there a little bit more.
Okay.
Otherwise, everything else is looking good up there. You have good posture. You have a nice smile on your face. You were looking around a little bit,
Yes.
but not as much as I'd like for you to.
Okay.
When you watch it back, you'll notice your head's
Yeah, going.
focused on your text.
Yes.
So you want to talk to your audience, okay? I only heard one and one like, so that's good.
Okay.
And I think we just need more from you.
Yes.
So as we go forward, this next speech, the informational speech, we'll want a little bit more. So draw it out a little bit, take your time. But otherwise, I think you're doing fine to get started. It's a good opener. So let's give Laura a hand. Yay, Laura.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Juliana, are you ready to go? Yep. Are you about the same height as your mom? I think so. Close? It looks like it. Okay, so Mike can stay where it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're good.
Am I next?
You are. Okay, so this is Juliana. And you're on.
Good morning. My name is Juliana McLean. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm 25. That is my mom. I work as a nurse tech at Hillcrest on a GI floor. My educational journey has been everywhere. I was a teacher for 4 years. Then I kind of transitioned to the hospital life. Been there 3 years now. Very anxious. This is my last semester of business administration. So hopefully one of my goals is to graduate with a great GPA. One of my favorite hobbies is to read and to actually meet the authors that I read from. One of my many interests is surgeries and upcoming tech. One of my personal goals at the moment is just to move into my new house, get it decorated and situated. Another personal goal is to, Fun fact about me is I used to play the violin for 7 years, and one thing that has made a big impact on my life has been working at the hospital, experiencing empathy, sadness, and the acceptance of loss. I'm hoping to learn all the skills I can in this class because I obviously need it. Again, my name is Juliana, and looking forward to the semester.
questions?
Any questions?
There you go. Okay, if there aren't any, I have a couple. Oh, well then ask. Ask your question,
What's your favorite book?
Carolyn.
Pretty much anything mythology. I love books like that.
What about ACOTAR? You read that?
No, I don't think so, but I can get into it.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Okay.
Okay, got your answer? All right, awesome. GI floor, what's that?
Pretty much dealing with like anything belly, so colostomies, ileostomies, kidneys, kind of anything like that.
Okay, the main reason I asked that is because we want to avoid jargon that your audience may not know.
Oh,
So you want to go ahead and spell it out for them.
okay.
Okay, so you know, because you work in the hospital, exactly what that is, but people who are in the medical world don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I was going to ask the very same question Carolyn asked, which I want to know as you read. So I'm glad she asked that.
Mystery and mythology.
One thing I thought you said was really interesting was learning about the acceptance of loss.
Yeah.
I think that's a very deep subject that everyone has to come to grips with at some point or another, more so people that work in the medical field or first responders or older people than younger people. So I think that's a valuable topic as you go forward. I thought you did really well all the way around. You also speaking a little fast when you get going. I think that has to do with nerves. That's all right. Look up at all of us more. You tended to look at me and then look down. So let's look around the room at all of your listeners. I didn't catch any ums or likes. That was good. One sorry, so let's avoid that. Don't minimize yourself. Everything else I thought was solid all the way around. So for an introductory speech, I thought you did well. And we now know it's Juliana, not Juliana. Okay, so we'll get that right going forward. Pronunciation is everything. It's important to remember people's names and how to say them right. So we're always working on that. All right, let's give her a hand. Yay, way to go, Juliana. Juliana. And then up next is Aiden. Julie. Okay, here, I'll come up there with you. Here you go, I got it. Close? Yeah, I think that's good.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hi, Mom. My name is Aiden Sanders, and I grew up all over in Oklahoma, but I graduated high school in Tulsa. I'm working towards a bachelor's degree in science and nursing, and following my I'll have to apply to the nursing program next year, my sophomore semester, first semester. And then following my graduation, I will take a test called the NCLEX, the National Council Licensure Examination, to earn a certification as a registered nurse. I enjoy reading Stoic philosophy, very, very old writings, Greek guys. I played varsity baseball for 3 years at Tulsa Memorial High School, where I graduated as the president of my senior class. I participated in the basketball student section, watching Memorial win the 2022 5A Basketball State Championship. I'm currently a manager here at the Rogers State basketball team, and I've made 20 close friends and the players and the coaching staff that have been together since the first week of school. I plan to graduate from RSU with my bachelor's degree in science and nursing and practice as a nurse. I will possibly return to school to get my master's in science and nursing. I enjoy baseball, plan to participate in an adult baseball organization called Sandlot. I enjoy skiing and hope to one day move to Colorado to practice as a nurse and work on my skiing skills. And another goal is to play the guitar. I have friends and family that play the guitar, and I would like to learn to play the guitar one day. And that brings me to my visual aid. I will be doing the rest of my speech while I'm solving a Rubik's Cube, which I have known how to do since I was in 5th grade. I was about 12 years old when I learned how to solve it. And it didn't take me that long. It only took me about a weekend. I was able to go back to school and show my friends on Monday what I learned. I'm not the champion, but I have a couple. Yeah, so I've been able to solve a Rubik's Cube since I was 12 years old. I picked it up and it's been a hobby of mine. I'm not the champion, but definitely have a few.
Can you hold it up higher so we can see you fixing it?
Yeah, a memorable experience is that I moved to Tulsa from Edmond, Oklahoma when I was about 15 years old. And that exposed me to just a new community, a new world of people, and a culture to immerse myself in. And I met a lot of really close friends, teachers, coaches, and peers that I became very close with. That's 3 U's. I was going for none, but it is what it is. Any questions?
I do have a question. What field of nursing do you want to go to?
I don't know yet. Possibly
Why did you move from Edmond to Tulsa?
to live with my mom. I left a lot of friends, my 2 brothers and my sister back in Tulsa or Edmond. But I visit sometimes, visit during the holidays, stuff like that, visit when I can.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Good for you.
thank you.
All right, very good, Aiden, all the way around.
I had 3 ums. I was going for none.
Next time.
It just
Next
happens.
time. Well, what I would say, the first one came out when you were actually doing the Rubik's Cube. So that shows you that once your mind starts focusing on one thing, your other part of your mind gets crutchy and starts to find something to fill that space. But it was impressive that you could actually talk to us and keep your speech going while doing the Rubik's Cube. At the beginning, you have a nice loud voice and it's strong, but you could breathe a little bit more. It gets a little wobbly. When you listen back, and what that wobbliness is from is not really having enough or air in your lungs. So make sure you breathe and you'll push it out even stronger. I thought that you also brought up an interesting topic, the idea of Stoicism. And when you bring up something like that, it's not just I enjoy reading the ancient writings, but I enjoy Stoicism because of its emphasis on X, Y, or Z. So whenever you do bring up a new term, give us a little something to chew on with it.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, I thought you did well. The greeting was fine. Your intro, background, connection to the audience, all that was fine. Your goals, what you want to do. And I think the challenge of doing the cube while talking was a very effective visual element, but it also slowed down your speech a little bit. So you want to make sure that if you're going to do something like that, you're ready for both ends as you're doing that. And I only counted 3 ums, as you mentioned, so that puts you way down on the list. Carolyn actually had 2 when she asked you her question. So she may have actually gone up to champion as a result of combining
Yeah,
that
that's
with
11.
her talk from the other
Nobody
day.
else is asking questions. Throw me down on the questions.
Very good.
Who said we rejected questions too? If
Ah,
I would have known, I would have owned it.
speaking, right, speaking. You're speaking, I'm listening. Okay, let's give Aiden a hand. Way to go.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, and Granger is next.
Say goodbye to questions.
Let's make sure you're at a good volume up here. You're a little taller. Okay.
We good? Morning, everyone. My name is Granger. I'll try and keep this brief. You're going to get sick of my accent pretty quickly. At least that's what I've been told. I'm a business major. I'm from New Zealand, from the capital of New Zealand. It's called Wellington. It's pretty small in your terms. It's kind of half the size of Tulsa. I came out here in fall. For my first semester, I did a year of university back home in 2023 before coming out here. I play soccer here at Rogers State. Most of my time is kind of spent training or in the gym or studying. But when I have a bit of spare time, I like reading, mostly kind of autobiographies and non-fiction stuff. I'm reading Open by Andre Agassi at the moment, which is brilliant. If you're into athletics or sports or anything to do with kind of the mental side of the game, highly recommend. And if I have a few spare hours on the weekend, I'll go out and play some golf. Career goals is a difficult one. I kind of spent some time thinking about this. The last few years of my life have almost solely been dedicated to trying to go professional in soccer, which is part of the reason I came out here. The dream is obviously to make a living out of that. That brings me on to the item I've brought in, which is the shirt that I first represented my country in. Put this here. I played for the New Zealand under-19s in that shirt in 2021. I didn't know what to bring for the visual aid because I don't have many personal items with me here. I was limited with what I could bring, but I did bring that as sort of a sentimental piece. But I'm not naive. I know that, you know, it's a very small minority of people that make it professional. So I got a few backup plans. I worked in real estate for a while, and I got my real estate salesperson's license back home last year, so I might go into that field. And I'm also interested in kind of starting my own business. I've written up many a business plan, a lot of failed businesses in my life. None of them are good, but hopefully one day I'll come up with a good idea. That's kind of, I'm focusing on entrepreneurship at RSU. My only solid personal goal for future is to see more of the world. I love traveling. I've been lucky enough to travel quite a lot in my life. I kind of had this dream from when I was young that I'd visit all 7 continents by the time I was 25. Antarctica's next on the agenda. That's the last continent. I've still got 4 years to do that. I'm only 21 now, but it's actually probably unsurprisingly quite difficult to get to. Fun fact is, I hate that question, so I'm going to tell you an interesting story instead. When I was about 12 years old, I was hiking up to Machu Picchu in Peru, and I got quite sick, and we had a guide with us, and he pulled something. I was complaining quite a lot. I did that when I was a kid. He pulled a little bottle of something out of his bag and rubbed it onto his hands and told me to sniff it. So I went in and I sniffed it. It was quite nice, so I went in for a second sniff, and I don't remember the rest of the day. I was just tripping. I don't even remember seeing Machu Picchu. I felt like I dreamt it all, but my parents tell me I was just giggling and dancing around and smiling for the rest of the day. So that was a lot of fun. On a completely different note from that, an experience I had that shaped who I am today happened fairly recently. Early July last year, I was helping my uncle move some wood from in front of his house to his backyard, and he collapsed. He had a heart attack, went into cardiac arrest, and I had to give him CPR for near on 10 minutes while I was waiting for the paramedics to arrive. He survived, luckily, after about 6 hours in surgery and then another week in hospital. But that was only a couple of weeks before I moved out to the States, and that made that move quite a bit harder, moving so far away from family, because that kind of made me value my family time a bit more. Funny how seeing someone dying makes you change your perspective. Well, he was dead, makes you change your perspective. My name's Granger. I'm a business major from New Zealand. I'm here at RSU to get a degree and play soccer. Thanks for listening. Any questions?
What position do you play?
I'm a goalkeeper.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah, sure. I'd rather be a striker, but that's for another day.
Nice job all the way around. You got good volume up there, nice presence behind the podium. Your diction is fine. You have a New Zealand accent, but that's fine. It's very intelligible. And along those lines, I'll say to you, I've said to others, don't minimize yourself. That's who you are. So you don't apologize for who you are and how you sound. On top of that, I want to know what it was in Peru that you got to take a sniff of.
It was pretty much cocaine. It was derived from coca leaves, which is
Right.
what they make cocaine from.
Right.
I didn't find that out at the time
Till later.
until quite a bit later on. My parents did some research when we got back to the hotel, and that's what it is. Our guide didn't speak very good English. I think he might have tried to tell us that, but
Okay.
it was great. It was
Good.
great either way.
You have good eye contact and looking strategy. However, you're a little left heavy. You almost always look to your left.
Because there are no people on the right.
There's enough people to look. Oh, you can't say that. There's people over here.
All right, fair.
So always make sure you go around the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Aside from that, you had 5 uhs or ums.
Ooh, that's
So
not
we're going to
great.
knock those out as the
Yeah.
semester goes on. Well organized though. I think you're confident up there. And so that was all positive. Good job all the way around. Let's give Granger a hand. Up next is Corey. And how are we doing? Good. It's we have 20 minutes left, and we have about 4 people left, so we have just enough time. Okay, let's get you set here. Hold on. There you go. Scoot in a little bit. That way. Okay. You should be good there.
In front of everybody. Okay. I'm sweating. Okay. I'm ready? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Corey. I'm from Pryor. I graduated from Pryor last May. I was a cheerleader my whole life. I was a
sideline football cheerleader, competition cheerleader, and I did wrestling to fill my semester in the winter. I'm at RSU right now. I want to get my bachelor's in nursing. Oops. Oh. And right now, oh wait. I don't really have a lot of hobbies. I feel like I tend to be working all the time or schooling all the time, and I can't just chill and do anything if I know that I have homework. My brain won't let me. But during winter breaks or summer, I do like to read a little bit. I love to bake. I don't know how I forgot that, but I like to bake. And on campus, I'm a part of AST, which is Alpha Sigma Tau sorority. We're an Epsilon Delta chapter. They made your fall semester, or not your, but my fall semester a lot better and more welcoming. But my career goals is I would love to be a nurse practitioner someday, but that's kind of after I've graduated with my bachelor's in nursing at least. And I just found out that RSU is getting a master's program for nurse practitioners, which I thought was awesome. And it should be up and running once I graduate in I think it's 2026. But my personal goals, I really want a miniature dapple weenie dog really bad, but it's not that time in my life, sadly, and my parents have said no multiple times. But that's the first thing I'm doing when I move out. I want to marry my high school sweetheart. I want to build a house. I want to be able to balance work life and my personal life, because I know that nursing can be really hard on somebody's mental capacity, and I just want to make sure that I can handle that and provide a good life. Fun fact about myself is I love coffee, but I'm from a family that hates coffee. So first time I ever had Starbucks was my sophomore year with my best friend, and I hated it. It tasted like popcorn kernels, and I never drank it again until we got our driver's license, and she loves coffee. And so we went to Starbucks, and I still hated it. And I still hate Starbucks, but I tried 7 Brew, and 7 Brew is gas. I love 7 Brew. And for this Christmas, okay, everybody's laughing at me right now, but I got a coffee machine for Christmas, and I've made it my mission to make like the best coffee ever. I was gonna bring my little tulip espresso shot, but I thought that'd be kind of crazy to bring my espresso shot for my piece. But my memorable experience would be Mexico. I went to Mexico last summertime, right after graduation, with my boyfriend's family, and then that kind of goes in with my little thing to show. I don't know if anybody can see this, but these are pesos. If nobody's ever seen them, I can pass them around. But my boyfriend's brother got these and gave these to us to buy stuff, and I forgot about them. But I'm kind of glad I didn't spend my money, or spend them, because now I have them. But a little recap about myself is my name's Corey Sloan. I'm from Pryor, Oklahoma. And does anybody have any questions? Carolyn!
What do you like to read?
I knew that was coming. I don't know. I don't get to read. I don't get to read. Okay, yeah. I know. But I was reading the Housemaid series. Have you read that one? Where she gets to murder bad husbands. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, that's about it. Okay.
Very good.
You.
Corey, let's knock this critique out.
Oh, okay.
You have a good presence up there. Your
Okay.
personality shines through. It's good. You have kind of an
Okay.
infectious smile. I know
Yeah,
some
I'm
of your
nervous.
friends, they're kind of laughing along with you.
Thank God.
But that's good. You have a good presence up there.
Thank you.
You, speaking okay, what happens with you in your eyes is you look up,
I look up at the ceiling.
a lot at the ceiling. So your eyes kind of roll up. So you want to keep your looking strategy out at us or the walls or the back of the room or something, but you're always putting your eyes up like that. So
Yeah.
you'll see it on the video, and that's something you
I'm
want to
not
be in
going to
control
watch
of.
it, but
I counted 4 so we'll want to
Yeah.
work on those. I thought your interests were good. I'd like to hear, when we get into our informational speeches, a little bit more about these, like coffee or Mexico or whatever you're going to tell us about. I think that that'll all be good. Don't hand wring so much. See what you're doing right now?
What?
You've got your hands, you're always,
Yeah,
your
I'm
hands
like-
are just, you're like wrestling with yourself up there. Okay?
I don't know what to do. I
So
feel
take
awkward
one
like
hand-
this.
Gesture. No, just gesture. Put your, like, yeah, good.
Okay.
Or just one hand. Move it around a little bit.
You like Trump.
Right?
No.
Well, he's a little outside the box for what we're trying to do here, but
That's all we talk about.
we can examine his speeches later. And the new press secretary that we saw yesterday. But not today. We have work to do. So overall, good. Don't hand wring so much. Okay? Good.
okay.
Just work on that.
Okay.
Aside from that, doing well, good for a speech. Let's give her a hand.
Fantastic.
Yay.
Yeah.
Matt, you're up next. Okay, about the right spot. Looks like it. Okay, active listeners.
Righty. All right. Am I good? Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew Wagner. I'm from Coweta, Oklahoma. I graduated from Lincoln Christian School. Right now, I'm majoring in medical molecular biology here at RSU. Some things I enjoy doing include running, riding horses, and hanging out with friends and family. These activities kind of help clear my mind and provide a good group of people to be around. With riding horses, I do ride English, so we do jumping, that sort of thing. Outside of hobbies, I do have a part-time job as a vet assistant at a small animal practice. Having this job has kind of shown me what the vet world is like, and so far I've really enjoyed it. Some things that I do there would be like getting histories on pets, doing x-rays, blood draws, that kind of thing. After I graduate, I plan to attend OSU and hopefully become a doctor of veterinary medicine. For now, I plan to specialize in equine medicine because I do enjoy being around horses and I think they're interesting. For my visual aid, I brought my stethoscope. It represents both my job as a vet assistant and then my future aspiration to become a veterinarian. One personal goal I have is to go on a missions trip. I've never been on one, but a lot of my friends have been on one, and they've said it's really impacted their lives and grown their faith in God. A fun fact about me is I lived in Virginia for 6 years of my life. Moved there when I was about 6 and came back when I was 12. We moved there because of my dad's job. If you've never been, I would recommend going. It's really cool. It's got a lot of our country's history, things like that. We came back here because this is where all my family's from. Experience that really shaped me was probably taking a summer to volunteer at the barn. We have this kind of lesson that's called therapy sessions. We help kids with disabilities learn how to ride a horse, and it's really cool to see how it impacts them. To recap, again, I'm Matthew Wagner from Coweta, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. Any questions?
What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal?
Yeah.
Like out of all the animals?
Yeah, well, maybe I think it's a horse, but I haven't asked.
I mean, horses are cool, but like if I had all the animals,
Yes.
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 I don't know, maybe like a elephant or something. They're pretty cool. Anyway, good.
Do you plan on owning your own practice in the future?
We'll see. Not really. I don't really like the business side of things, but maybe. We'll see.
Let's jump to the critique and say, good, friendly tone, very listenable. You've got enough volume up there, language appropriate. You've got some nice, serious topics to talk about. I think you became the champion today. So
Okay.
that's one thing we'll work out throughout the semester, is continuing to put that in the forefront of your conscious mind.
Okay.
So when you hear it and your brain sees it on the way, you check it and just don't
Okay.
say it. Let there be a pause.
Okay.
I think you're going to have some really good topics for your informational speech. Well organized. I thought you put it together really well and deliver it well. We know you better now as a result of this, and look forward to hearing some more.
Sweet.
So with that, let's give Matt a hand. All right, we have two more, and Veda. Now I know I need to move the microphone a little bit for her. Let's see where you are. Pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm going to put it out just a little bit if you're going to stand back a little bit. Okay?
Hello, everyone. My name is Veda Walters. I'm from Pryor, Oklahoma. I decided to come to RSU to pursue a degree in fine art. Some hobbies that I enjoy are painting, watching my favorite shows, and listening to music or spending time with my family or my dogs. Here at RCU, I am a part of the NASA Club, which is Native American Student Association. My future goals are to become an art teacher. My degree is studio art, and I would also love to gain a deeper knowledge of art here at RSU. I would love to strengthen my artistic abilities. I enjoy painting. I would also love to be a museum curator in the future. That's a long-term goal for me. A fun fact about me is that I work part-time as a pharmacy technician in Pryor. A memorable experience that has shaped me into who I am today is whenever my mother attended college here when I was about 8 years old. She brought me on campus very often, and that kind of sparked my interest in art. Once again, my name is Veda Walters. I'm from Pryor, and my goal is to become an art teacher. Thank you for listening. Any questions?
I'm just going to say good, Beta, all the way around. You can be louder, and I know it. So we're going to pull that voice out of you as the semester goes on.
I forgot.
What's that?
This is
your visual.
my visual aid. This is one of my paintings that I did in my painting class last semester.
Awesome.
Anyways, sorry.
Nice.
Keep
No, I'm
going.
glad you brought that up. Appropriate language, well organized. You're looking down more than up right now. So once you get really comfortable with your material, especially if you're going to be a teacher in the future, you want to look up and around most of the time and use your text as a safety net.
Okay.
Aside from that, well organized, your greeting was fine, good introduction, background about you, all your interests. I just thought that all that was positive. 4 ums, so a little bit of you can work out for the rest of the semester. But overall, I thought it was a really good first speech. So we'll look forward to hearing more, and we're going to get you to be louder as we go forward. Okay? Say hey for me.
Hey,
There you go. See, you can be louder.
I can't be loud.
All right. That was sort of enthusiastic, but it's enthusiastic enough. Okay. Thank you very much. And last, I believe, is Ryan. Oh, Caitlin, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, 2 of you. Come on, whichever one. Ryan, jump up there. And we have about 8 minutes left, 6 minutes. I don't want to shortcut you, Caitlin. So if we don't have quite enough time, I would get you to go to first next Monday. Okay? All right. Let's hear it, Ryan.
Afternoon, everybody. My name is Ryan Valdez. I'm 19 years old, and I'm originally from Fort Worth, Texas. I grew up there and went to school there all my life, and I'm currently here at RSU to study sports management, but that is very subject to change as I don't know what I want to do in the future. I'm also here to run on the cross country and track team, and I also did that all throughout high school, and I thought it was pretty good, so I thought I could keep going with it, and so that is what I will be doing for the next 4 years solidly. My hobbies are, or not hobbies, but just things I like to do in my free time are hanging out with friends and listening to music. I'm a big music guy. I like everything 60s, 70s, 80s, all that. Not in any clubs or organizations, but I am on the cross country and track team, so that takes up most of my time as I run in the morning and most afternoons. Career aspirations, just mainly get a job that I like doing. Don't know what that will be, but I've got time. Personal goals, I love to travel. Most notably, I want to go to Italy in the future. I just think it's interesting, and I want to learn more about it too. A couple fun facts. I drive a yellow Jeep, 2-door. It's in the parking lot. You'll probably see it. And I have a tattoo on my left arm, right here, 2 birds. Memorable experiences that have shaped me are the team trips my high school cross-country team would take to go to races. We would go a couple hours away, stay in hotels, and just do a bunch of fun stuff. And I think that helped me get closer, get out of my shell, and just feel more a part of the team.
As a summarization, my name is Ryan Valdez. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, and I run cross country and track.
I thought you did a good job. Good transitions. Unfold your arms. Use your hands to talk a little bit. And we're going to ask for some artists when you talk about your music. I'm going to get you down though so Caitlin can jump up there and do her speech. We can get them all in.
Sweet.
Okay, that's the only reason I stopped you there.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. Can you go over that way?
Don't follow me. Oh no. I would have had him already set up, but
It's okay.
he is.
Good? All right.
Okay, good afternoon. I was going to ask you how you guys are, but we're already sure of that. My name is Kaylin White, but as I previously mentioned before, I go by Katie. And now a little bit about my background is I'm from the Tulsa area, but I've currently lived in Pryor the past 4 years. I am a senior at Pryor High School. I'm also a second-year student in the Health Careers program at Northeast Tech, which is just like 15 minutes down Highway 20. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, as we have some other students in here. My hobby of running, I used to hate it, but I grew into a passion for cross country and track. So now, after graduation, I have a full tuition scholarship to go to the sunny side of Sarasota, Florida, and run at New College, Florida. Really excited about it. I hate the cold weather. I absolutely despise it. So this was kind of a plan of mine since freshman year. You guys might be thinking, gross, running, right? It's disgusting. Yeah, not for me. I'm gonna warn you now. My whole entire personality is kind of running, so I'll apologize in advance. When I'm not dying from running, you can find me painting, but not on the Bob Ross level, of course, no. You can find me hiking or backpack camping or even playing The Sims 4. I like building little houses because I'm like a little control freak. I also like kayaking, but on those calm little rivers. You see people kayaking down those whitewater rapids with their helmets on? No. I did that one time on the Buffalo River in Arkansas, tipped over, fell over, flowed down the river for like a mile. I'm like, Mom. She's like, bye. And that was how it went. No, never again. So I'm not involved in any clubs because cross country and track takes up all of my time, and I'm pretty selfish with my time with my 3 dogs. I have 2 Weimaraners. They're kind of dwarf size though. We got kind of ripped off. And I have a mutt. Oh.
25.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, a little bit about my future goals. I'm gonna start talking fast. My career aspiration is to be a surgeon, especially a neurosurgeon, because like a zombie, I'm fascinated by brains. That's joke number 1. With my education, I plan to keep my 4.0, keep my head afloat, and become an intellectual person with words of wisdom, and not just become a blithering idiot. Personal goals of mine, I have this 800-page bucket list. I'll name a few: skydiving, winning a national championship ring for cross country, saving every animal I encounter on the streets, and of course, becoming a karate legend. Because you only live once, and I want to keep that going if, danger arises and whatnot. A fun fact about myself, I was going to say I'm left-handed, but that's boring. I ran a half marathon my sophomore year. Ooh, that's not a long time. I ran a half marathon. I can prove it, whatnot. I'll name a good experience. A memorable one for me was Universal Studios. Me and my mom and I went to Universal Studios to spend most of our time in the Harry Potter world. We were wizards for the day and not just muggles. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just going to come to the closing point of my speech. I'm going to follow some closing points. In summary, my name is Katie. I live in Pryor. Thank you for listening. Any questions?
No, but great job.
Yeah, yay.
Great.